Box. I don't have my audio included, so you're good.
All right, we find ourselves here in Budapest, Hungary at the Hungarian for the Breakout Racing League Tier 1. We come off a race at Hockenheim with a lot of action and a very crucial win for New Zealand Ryan, who has now gapped his teammate at a 37-point gap atop the driver's standings. Look forward for a lot of battling between those top few drivers to try and get that gap a little bit closer. I'm Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster here tonight. We're hoping to bring you a good product on screen here tonight. How you doing, John?
I'm doing fantastic, staying safe. This is a terrible time in our country. I hope all the viewers out there are staying safe. This is going to be a real exciting race tonight. Hungary, it can go both ways. It can be very exciting with multiple safety cars and accidents left and right. It could prove to be some hard, tight racing through these corners. Or it can be a long, dragged-out race, like Monaco and suck. But that's besides the point. I think it should be a good one because these drivers are some of the best drivers in America. This is the best league in America, the Breakout Racing League. Danny, back over to you.
All right, well, John, I was just about to bring this up. A lot of drivers call this track Monaco without the walls, and if that says anything, it means it's very difficult to get overtakes done here tonight. Where do you think our viewers should look for drivers to try and make that move that is so difficult to try and make here?
Danny, that's a great question. I really think the front stretch with it's the only DRS zone on the circuit. I think that is going down into corner one. That will be the pinnacle of spots to overtake around Hungary here. I also think there is a good opportunity in the S's if someone runs wide. There is a long right-hander that leads to a light straightaway and then down into another right-hander. I think that if...
we see that right now with the McLarens.
Yeah, I think that corner might be a spot as well to overtake. But you never know, there's some really tough, tight corners around here. So these drivers, they got to be cognizant too, Danny, because... since it's so tight, they might, hit each other, or you can't do that around it. It'll just ruin your aero. This track is very downforce. You need to have a lot of downforce to be successful here. So I think the front stretch and then the right hander where the McLarens were going through. So those are the two best opportunities to overtake on this track tonight.
All right, well, as per usual, the McLarens are the first two cars out on track to start a lap time. We ride on board with BRL Sparky at the moment, and we must mention right now, this guy has probably been our most improved driver so far this season. Started the year very poorly with the McLarens not getting any points, I believe, until it was possibly France, or maybe even the weekend before that. These guys are really starting to come on a little bit here, especially Sparky. As for Boss Cookie, but we'll see what happens here tonight. BRL Sparky, once again, he now has a good few solid points now. He's 10th in point standings at a total of 22, so look forward for him to run well in the midfield here tonight. And you can see him wearing those hard compound tires right now here early in the session. This is a track where, yes, it may be a little bit more viable to run a medium or a hard on the start, but it is all about that very important track position. As long as you have that track position over your competitors, even if your tires are struggling, it's really going to be hard to get around them. So we'll see a lot of drivers possibly run here on the softs, as Sparky's the first across the line at a 117.6. Oh, we had a Mercedes running very wide there at the final corner. Was that Alan Hugo? Yes, it was. Looked like he lost it big time to start his lap here, but man, at least he held on to it, and there he is. You can see it on those red wall soft compound tires. So there are drivers who are going to run on that here tonight. See B-Dunk up to second now on his hard compound
Danny,
tires,
let me interrupt you
117.7.
for a minute. Boss Cookie comes across the line and goes fourth. A bad lap out of him. I think he messed up, but those
McLarens. Well, to be 20 seconds off the pace, I think he probably backed out of it here, John.
For sure. I mean, those McLarens are out there early again. They've been always the first team out of the box. So, yeah, Boss Cookie hopefully gets another lap in and he improves on that time because he needs to.
Yeah, we see Chandler Sayed out there right now. Ooh, runs a bit deep into the chicane right there. Took a lot of curb on the second apex on the left, but either way, he will chug on here with his lap time. He is wearing those white wall hards. Loses the back end a bit right there through the middle sector. Once again, this man has been on a roll recently, but I believe that has been stunted a little bit. The last 2 weeks have not been great for Chandler as VSR Alex goes to the top at 117.1. Either way, as for Chandler Sayed, it's been slowed down a little bit these last couple weeks. Couldn't really get on pace last time out at Hockenheim, letting New Zealand Ryan run away with a victory, so he's going to have to try and get back in shape here tonight out of the final corner. What is this lap time going to be for him?
Oh.
And it is to the top, a 117.1, marginally better than VSR Dralex, 121 to 178. How about that?
That was a very smooth and fluid lap out of Chandler Sayed. Very, very good out of him to go on provisional pole with a 117.121.
For sure, Andre Miri now starting his lap time. A few other
And
drivers
New Zealand
as well.
Ryan
BRL
actually goes to the top spot
Yeah,
with
there
a
he is.
117.0. Very good lap out of him, our point leader.
Yeah, we've been saying his name quite a lot lately, and for very good reason. This guy has been very quick and solid all season long, and it looks like he's really starting to peak right now. Winning last time out at Hockenheim and running very well in all the races leading up to that. So we'll see if he can get it done again here tonight. As he said a week ago, this is a track very similar to Monaco in that it really benefits wheel users, so he didn't expect his pace to be that incredible. But look at that, first already, so we'll see if he can hold on to it as the session continues.
Yeah, very, very, very good driver. So maybe he can improve on that if he goes out in a different tire compound. I'm not sure what did he go out in the hards, Daniel?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
We're looking at Aldiford Jr. now, coming up to the third sector right here. His season hasn't had most fruitfulness so far. He's only got 2 points right there for Aldiford Jr., and he is next to last in the point standings as we see McLaren off the track. Hopefully they were just getting out of the way of someone right there, but either way, BRL Aldiford Jr. is always looking forward to find some momentum here this season. Let's see if he can get it here tonight.
Andre Miri goes 8th.
And up to 9th right there, but he is on the soft compound tires, so do not forget about that. Andre Miri, yes, as you said, up into 8th place. Very good lap time there for him. And
now Danny,
a few drivers who have not set a time yet, John.
Danny, my question to you is the strategy tonight. So usually the strategy here is mediums to hards or hards to mediums. That is the best and fastest strategy in this race here in Hungary. But there are some drivers who are starting on the softs. Do you think anyone will gamble a two-stop here?
I don't know about a two-stop, but I was just kind of thinking out loud earlier about, real quick, let's see what Jared does across the line. And it's up to, not the best from BRL Jared right there. I was maybe expecting him up near the top 3, but there he is in 9th. But either way, yeah, this is a track, once again, where I really think you can get away with running those softs and really just holding up the opposition just because of how difficult it is to get an overtake done here. Oh, as Chandler improves right there, 117.0. Oh, man, marginally in front of New Zealand Ryan, and he did a second lap time on those hards. It's impressive for Chandler. But yes, once again, I do think it actually is possible to do a one-stop from the softs as long as you're able to stretch them out as far as you possibly can without becoming vulnerable to an undercut. But once again, anything is possible here as Ryan improves as well. So these two are flipping these provisional pole positions right here. Very fun right there, but I'll finish that thought real quick. I think there's definitely the opportunity for someone to start on those red walls, but a two-stop might be out of the question here tonight, but you never know. Someone might actually try to pull it off. Yeah, for sure, Danny. I mean, the tire temperatures here are brutal. If you start pushing the car a little bit too much and those tire temperatures jack up, it's not going to be fun for these drivers. I know from personal experiences, it's very easy to crash out here when your tires are extremely hot. So I'm actually watching Max Stalo right now. He looks like he's done a lap. Actually, no, he's going into the pits. Never mind. I was going to say, I'm taking a look at ERSM Newton right here. Still hasn't set a lap. Oh, and it looks like he just invalidated it. Ran a bit wide out of the kink there at the end of Sector 1. And that's going to kill that lap so far for Ham Newton. Unfortunate for him. By the way, got to mention, 18 drivers here tonight. This is an excellent turnout. Glad you guys are tuning in to watch this. Definitely one of the more full races
Oh,
we've
and
had so far this
Saxman
season.
almost loses it through the bus stop. The little chicane in the middle sector. He is on a flying lap. He's on the hard compound tires. He barely held on to it too. So looking pretty smooth through there though. And this Toro Rosso, nice tiger painted helmet tonight.
Oh, Alan Hugo loses the back end big time there on his lap out of turn 1, but he will progress with it. A lot of stuff going on right now. Drivers losing the back end all over. This is a very difficult track, as you said, due to the temperatures to hold on to it through the whole course of a lap. But here comes Saxman around the final corner right here. A very late apex you want to hit right there, and it appears that he did across the line. And 14th for Saxman. Once again, not the fastest driver at all in this league, but someone who really shuffles it up as the race progresses. His long run pace has proven to be very solid this season in the races he has competed in. So we'll see what he can do here tonight.
Alan
did not make it to the race here tonight. We do not have Warden, one of our better drivers.
Woo. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What just happened?
I'm sorry to interrupt you. Alan Hugo almost lost the back end. He's on a flyer coming through Sector 3 right now. Right in.
I was going to say, as you were saying that, Mean Fern seems to have spun out on his lap time through the kink right there. But here is Alan Hugo, as you said it, out of the final corner. DRS wide open for Alan Hugo. Cross the line, what's it going to be? And it's an invalidation, so it looks like he had to back out of it, or possibly is trying to set another one right here. Yes, it looks like
he looks like he's on a cooldown.
A bit slow, yeah.
He's a cooldown.
Yeah. That's unfortunate for Alan. He's definitely going to want to get a lap time in here. Last
Deer
time
Hunter
he started all the way in the back at Hockenheim.
And Deer Hunter jumps up from 10th to 9th. Good lap time out of him on the hard compound tires.
Deer Hunter once again.
Yeah,
Deer Hunter looked a lot better than recent last time out at Hockenheim. Looks like he's maybe carrying that in here. Was that Hoopalicious who just improved? No, it was not Hoop. Someone just jumped up there. I believe it was Jared. Yes.
Was it ERS Hamden? I think it was ERS
Hamden.
Hamden.
Oh, it was him. Yes, you got it. You got it. I forgot he was going for another one right there. He invalidated that first. But yes, Ham Newton up in the 6th right now, 117.3. Not the kind of pace that I think that he's looking for right here, because Ham Newton is very good at these tracks that really rely on front end grip, as is France. What am I talking about? Spain, not Spain. That's France. So France is a track good for Ham Newton as well as this one here tonight. His time trial pace has been very strong here, and we'll see if he can get on top here tonight. He's definitely going to want to make a move here early in this, as long as we're still halfway through the season, if he wants to really improve his way up the driver's table, get himself into that fight right now, because Ham Newton, once again, probably the most consistent driver, but just has not been able to get on that podium very much at all, if at all this season. Has not won as well. So we'll see what he can do, maybe capitalizing on the tangling of drivers up ahead of him on lap 1. Anything can happen, as we all know.
Yeah, especially here down into turn 1. These drivers really have to be careful going through that corner, because it can be deadly and cause a safety car. I was in a race the other night, and a safety car came out. I was here too. So, I mean, these drivers just really got to get on the brakes early and not do anything stupid. You know, you can't win the race in the first corner is my motto.
For sure. Well, we see Alan Hugo now coming through the middle sector. Once again, he started last time out at Hockenheim. Bit of a tongue twister right there. He's going to want to get a lap time in here tonight. Not going to want to have to do that again, because it really knocks your chances out of getting a podium or the win altogether. So we'll see what he can do. Runs a bit wide, but not wide enough, I believe, to reckon an invalidation. Here he is now coming through Sector 3. Track dips down right there. Hard to get on the brakes without locking up. He does it very well right there. Here he is coming out of the penultimate, and into the final corner he goes. A very long, winding right-hander. Hits that late apex. DRS open. What's it going to be for Alan Hugo? Across the line, and it is another invalidation. Wow.
Wow.
Alan
Hugo is a great driver. I mean, he was in the F1 Esports,
sure.
I think, a couple of years ago. I mean, he's a solid quality driver. I mean, this is very unfortunate for him. Hopefully he can get back to the pits and put on those medium compound tires and go out for a hot lap. These drivers are switching to mediums now, Danny.
Yes, I was just about to say that. Hoopalicious and Andre Miri have run a lap time now on these yellow wall tires. What's Hoop doing right there? Hit the grass there on his cooldown lap.
And there is a massive train coming out of the pits right now, Danny.
Yes, there is. But I think it's a bit strange. It's a bit early to make that run on the mediums right now, if that really is the tire you want to start on. You typically see these guys coming out within the last minute 30 to 2 minutes to get that lap time started. Track is as grippy as possible at that time. It's a bit strange to see them doing it right now with 4 minutes left, but we are seeing it nonetheless. See Taylor Clan right there. Yeah, there is a train right there. Taylor Clan and a couple other cars. Looks like the Toro Rosso of either Saxman or Caspita. Caspita, oh yeah, not Caspita. He's actually still in the pits and hasn't even set a lap time yet, so that's something he's going to want to get handled here shortly as Boss Cookie goes to the top there on his medium compound tires. 116.4. Is that fast enough, though, to cover off New Zealand Ryan? New Zealand Ryan only 5/10 off there on his hards, and we know just how slow the hard compound tires are week in, week out. So we'll see if that is enough for him.
If Boss Cookie gets on pole, I'm losing my stuff. I can't swear. I can't swear, but I'm going to lose my stuff.
Of course. Well, Chandler Seda is on a lap right now. He just got it started here with 3 minutes left. Did he just back out of it?
I think
it
he
looks
did.
like he did just back out of it. So Chandler, yeah, looks like he's going to pace around here, do an extra lap to get tire temps up to what he wants it to be. Typically see that from these drivers, who are really finicky with their tire temps. If it's not what they want, then they ain't happy. Let's see if Chandler can get those up to where he wants them to be. Or he might have even invalidated it in the first corner. Not too sure, but we'll see what happens when this session ends here.
Oh,
we see Dravis now coming out on the pit lane on his mediums.
Chandler Clan almost lost it. I think he got an invalidated lap as well going through Sector 2. What a shame.
Yeah, Taylor Clan, once again, not the fastest here, but someone who you can definitely not count out for that midfield battle. He's sitting now at 13 points, so he's got a decent sum here after the halfway mark through the season. So we'll see what he can do here tonight, as we do every night.
Danny, BRL
still in the pit.
BRL Sparky is coming up to the line here. He's coming out of the beginning the final turn right now.
Yeah,
Very
here he
smooth
comes
through there.
out of the final corner. BRL Sparky, DRS Open. What's it going to be on his mediums? To second place at a 116.5, 1/10 off his teammate, a Boss Cookie. It is a McLaren 1-2 for now, but how long will that stand?
And B-Dunk goes third.
Ooh, almost gets ended right there by B-Dunk, who gets within a 10th. Oh, and here's Ham Newton to the top at a 116.2. There it is. Ham Newton once again, very quick at this racetrack, and he's now starting to show it. Boss Cookie and Sparky had the spotlight for a good minute there, but it looks like that was not going to stand for sure as Ham Newton takes it away. We got to look out for his teammate as well. Chandler Seda is about to start his lap time, I believe, or if he's not already on one.
And Max Dalo jumps up to
is
fourth
right now. Yes, Chandler is on his lap, and it looks like actually Chandler might get held up from Sparky. Yes, he does.
Oh
man, yeah, he really did get held up. He's off the track. Looks like he was really held up by the Sparky there, and Sparky is lagging all over. I think that's why he took it. The escape route, or what I'm talking about. Yeah, Sparky is just lagging all over the shop.
Danny, a driver to watch
for Chandler.
right now.
Looks like he's going to have to back it down. And what are you talking about? Who's on the lap right now?
A driver to watch right now is VSR Dralix as he goes through Sector 2. Usually he's not that far down in the field. Very good driver. A little squirrely there. Nice and smooth through there. Down into fourth. Leaves it in fourth through there. Good exit.
Yes, here comes Dralix now, the very tough right-hander. Got to not run too wide, get the invalidation, manages it quite well, doesn't even go 4 tires off. Hard on the brakes to the right-hander now coming up to Sector 3. VSR Dralix needs a final couple clean corners here. This looks like a very good lap time for him. Let's see what he can do when he crosses the line. Oh, and he's getting held up now by the Red Bull. That is either Deer Hunter or Alderford Jr., not too sure who that is, but across the line comes Dralix, and he goes on pole anyway. 116.1 for VSR Dralix. Wow, what a lap time, but is it enough to protect from New Zealand Ryan and other drivers of the like? Ryan is on his lap right now, coming through Sector 1, as well as Chandler Seda. Oh, Chandler Seda crashes! He is out of the session, down in 9th place. That is going to change if BRL Jared and drivers like Deer Hunter improve on their time. They're going to shuffle Chandler even further down the grid here. Chandler is just not
comes to
the driver
line,
that we
DRS,
are aware of recently.
Goes fourth in the Alfa Romeo. Very good time out of him.
Wow, good for Hoopalicious.
BRL Jared has also crashed.
Oh, he has. Yes, he has. But we got to look at his teammate now of New Zealand Ryan coming through Sector 2. Looks like another clean lap for him, as always. Coming out of that right-hander, does a good job of not running too wide right there. Hard on the brakes to the right-hander. Got to negotiate this corner well. If you run too wide, you're invalidated. Does it well right there. Easy on the brakes as the track declines right there. Coming out of the penultimate, we don't talk about what just happened. Out of the final corner now is New Zealand Ryan coming right now. Across the line, it is going to be a 116.2, only marginally off the pole right there. New Zealand Ryan will line up at second. That is assuming no one improves on their time and gets around him. BRL Jared is out, as you said. And it looks like that is actually going to do it. Deer Hunter is still on a lap time, though. We'll see what Deer Hunter can do.
No, he's backed out.
He has backed out. Yes, looks like that will be the end of it for Deer Hunter as well as everyone else. That was a bit hectic there, John. I didn't really expect all the crashing that we got.
I mean, Chandler Seda went up the hill and to the left and just lost the car and went straight into the wall.
Yeah, I caught the tail end of it.
I mean, I didn't catch what happened to BRL Jared, but I looked and he was completely off the track and his wing was gone. So, very hectic qualifying session here at the Hungarian. Wow. I mean, to see a couple of these drivers like Chandler Seda and BRL Jared down there on the grid, it should make for an interesting race.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. VSR Hydraulics is your pole sitter at a 116.196. Very good lap time for him to get himself up there at the top of the charts. New Zealand Ryan there in second at a 116.2, within a tenth, within 5/100ths there of Hydraulics. So close between these top two. And rounding out your podium starters, ERS Ham Newton there on the 116.279. Once again, the top three within a tenth. Less than
Danny,
a
look
tenth, in
who,
fact.
Danny,
so
look who's sitting
these
in
guys,
fourth.
I don't know who's going to win it, John.
I mean, I don't know either. I mean, Boss Cookie starting fourth. Hooplicious, Sparky, Mex, Stalo, and B-Dunk round out your top 8. But
all right, well, Boss Cookie, you said it, is in fourth place.
I'm proud of him.
I hope.
I really am.
I am proud of him, but we both know what we hope for him here tonight. But
For
once
sure.
again, it is about that time now where we make our picks to win the race and our ones to watch. So, John, who do you think our viewers back at home should take a look at here tonight?
Tonight, I see if Warden was in here, we know he would retire from this qualifying session. So he would be out.
For sure, of course.
And I would pick him as my driver to watch throughout the race. He'd come through the field like he always does. But tonight, I'm going to go with the driver starting down in 17th position. Alan Hugo, very, very good driver. I think I actually picked him last week. He should.
You had Jared last week.
Did I have Jared last week?
Yes, you did. Proceed.
You had Hugo,
yes.
I think. Okay, that's what it was. I'm sorry, I have bad memory. But yeah, I think Alan Hugo. Fact check, yeah, whatever. I think Alan Hugo will come through the field. Very clean, very good driver, quick. I know there's some hard spots, here, and it's hard to overtake here, but you never know what's going to happen. So, down in 17th position, that is my driver to watch. My driver to win the race today. I'm going to go with the fourth place McLaren. Boss Cookie will finally get it done, and he will become respected and never a meme again in BRL. Boss Cookie will win this race.
What a fairy tale story that would be, but John, I've got to disagree. My pick to win here tonight is going to have to be ERS Ham Newton. He's in third right there. I believe this is his best starting position so far this season, and we know how good he is around this racetrack. If he can really capitalize on an undercut, overcut, whatever he needs to do to get around these guys up front, I think he has the potential to do it. So expect Ham Newton to have a strong race here, and hopefully he'll get it done. As for my one to watch, we got to look at some drivers down here through the grid. Chandler Sada's starting there in 10th, so you got to look at him. He's certainly one to watch, but someone else you should pay attention to for sure is BRL Sparky. Once again, not starting too far down, but he is someone that can really shake it up as of late. He's been doing very well. Yeah, he's been mixing it up, and let's see if he can hold on to the gap of the driver ahead as he did a week ago at Hockenheim. He was doing a really good job at not losing ground on the driver up front as soon as he got overtaken. So Sparky should shake things up here tonight. Could even tail in with the train of these leaders as we get out of lap 1 here. But once again,
also, Danny,
BRL Sparky
Jared.
and Chandler Seda, those are my two you should look at. ERS Ham Newton could get it done.
Danny, I was just going to mention, BRL Jared is down in the pack too as well, so he should be one that comes through the field pretty quickly. But I'm excited,
Let's total that up as 4 guys to look at here. Alan Hugo, BRL Jared, Chandler, and Sparky. Look at those 4 to shuffle things up here as the race continues. And any last thoughts before we get this thing started here, John?
Clear skies, good day for racing. Everybody's sitting at home, so better just sit in your seat and watch this race because it's about to be a good one. So, Danny, over to you.
The drivers are lining up. Caspida's in his grid spot, and we are ready to get this thing started. We have the lights coming on in front of the drivers, and we have now 5 lights in front of the drivers. And it is time to bring the action from the Hungarian. It looks like a good start there for Dralix, but New Zealand Ryan got an even better one. New Zealand Ryan is clear of him before they even get to turn 1. ERS Ham Newton making it 3 wide for the lead into turn number 1. Very advantageous there for ERS Ham Newton, but does not get it done. Here comes Dralix back to the outside of New Zealand Ryan. Here they are now switching to the inside for Dralix going through turn number 2. Ryan will get the better exit here, though, as they're side by side all the way down the field on back. Here they are coming out, approaching the kink here to end sector 1. Single filing it. Oh, and the Mercedes of Alan Hugo almost loses it in the background right there. Holds on to it. Very strong move indeed to save it. But New Zealand Ryan is your leader now. Boss Cookie making a move on Hoopalicious. Looks like Hoop had gotten around him through turn 1. Ham Newton settling there in 3rd. Almost was the leader going through turn number 1. A few drivers running wide right there. Deer Hunter is up to 9th here after 2 sectors almost. What a start for Deer Hunter. And looks like we have some big losers here. Mex Stalo lost a few positions. BRL Jr. getting tangled up with him. And Alan Hugo has not gained anything to start this race. Oh, as we see Caspida making a move up the inside of Alan right there. Very tough spot to make a move, but he goes for it nonetheless. Mex Stalo falls down 3 positions right there. Nightmare start for him. He's going from the midfield to dead last, but either way, it is your first lap here in the books at Hungary. Out of the final corner, New Zealand Ryan is your leader. Dralix runs super wide right there, allowing Ham Newton to get a run on him, but it looks like he will not be close enough to make a move in the braking zone. Behind them, you got Boss Cookie still in 4th, Hoopalicious 5th, and BRL Sparky 6th. What a start we just had.
I mean, that was very exciting. I was watching the battle between Boss Cookie and Hoopalicious. Boss Cookie actually fell back to 5th, and he re-overtook Hoopalicious. Back in the pack there, though, Alan Hugo did run wide just a little bit, and he went 2 wide with Caspida up into the fast left-hander. So that was very close, but it all worked out, and Caspida ended up winning the battle. So, and actually, Alan Hugo and Mex Stalo both pit because of wing damage, and they both go on the hard compound tires.
Are you aware of what happened to the two of them? There was a lot of contact there on the first lap. I'm not too sure what happened.
I could not see anything. I was kind of more paying attention to the midfield, but yeah, hopefully those drivers can get back out there and show their stuff. And Chandler Seda, oh my God, I didn't even see it. Chandler's come way off the pace.
Oh man.
He also pit.
Oof. So yeah, nightmare then for Chandler Seda down at 16th place. Yes, he did pit as he is on those hard compound tires now. That'll make things interesting for sure for the midfield.
Yeah.
He's going to be coming back strong here midway through the race. New Zealand Ryan sets the fastest lap from the lead right now. There he is in the lead. VSR Dralix in 2nd place, 1.05 back. So looks like Ryan has already cleared the DRS, the lap it has open. Once again, lap 3, that signifies that rear wing is able to be open for these drivers. 1 second behind and the driver ahead. And Ham Newton is in prime position if he can hold it this time around to make a move on Dralix. He's only 5/10 back, and that is well in range for that DRS to become available to him. Boss Cookie there in 4th place, starting to form a little bit of a train right there in his McLaren. Hoopalicious behind him, and his teammate of Sparky behind him. So we'll see what Boss Cookie can do here in the long run as for his pace. No drivers seem to have started on those soft compound tires, so they are prioritizing the strategy over track position, it appears, here tonight. Didn't really notice that for qualifying. Oh, as Hoopalicious loses the back end right there, holds on to it rather well indeed. Loses a good fit of time there on Boss Cookie, though. 6/10 now behind. And there's just a train all the way back through the midfield right now, John. We could see a lot of overtakes here very shortly indeed.
Oh, and BRL Sparky's looking real racy on Hoopalicious all over the back of his gearbox. I think there could be a move down into turn 1 made here as BRL Sparky comes out of the final corner. Good run out of there. Activates the DRS. And overtake mode is flowing.
Yeah, Hoopalicious appears to be pulling on him down the straightaway, though, here. Oh, and behind them, BRL Jared making a move on the Infern to the inside. He goes, and his Renault, and he will have him cleared on exit. Good textbook overtake there for BRL Jared.
Hoopalicious is going after Boss Cookie.
Oh, Boss Cookie loses the position right there. He fights back, though, on the inside. Hoopalicious has to concede the position. And wow, that is really good scrapping right there between those two. That allows Sparky to close right back in. We have a three-way battle now for 4th place. And that should get even better as they come back to the front straightaway this time around, assuming no one loses too much time here through the middle sector S's. BRL Jared up there into 7th place. He made a good move on Mean Fern. Behind Mean Fern, you have Deer Hunter, who is off to a flying start once again. And what do you got to say, John?
I think, yeah, I just want to say that whatever happened to Chandler Seda is very unfortunate because he is now really far behind. I think he had to make another spit stop. He might have lost, but let's get back up into this action. We got
for sure. We got
a massive train. Yeah, train for 4th.
I was going to say back up into 4th place. Boss Cookie looks like he has gapped Hoopalicious a little bit here, but once again, he will not have DRS, as will the drivers behind will. Here they are out of the final corner. We got Hoopalicious very under fire here from Sparky. Sparky going to look to the right side. Yes, he does, but he fakes back and comes back into the racing line, allowing for that better exit now onto the second DRS straight. Will he get a good run out of turn 1, though? And it does not appear that he does. These guys ought to get a move on here, though, because BRL Jared is flying.
Yeah, I mean, BRL
Jared. Yellow flag sticker 2. Chandler Seda is out of the race. He is out of the race on
Virtual safety car is out.
Yes, it is. This allows these drivers to have a moment here to breathe and maybe grab a drink of water, whatever is right next to them right now. But Chandler Seda, oh man, out of the race already. Only a 7th of the way through this thing. 5 laps in. Very unfortunate for him.
That's so unfortunate.
After a podium a week ago at Hockenheim, this is just not what he needed in his hopes of fighting for that championship.
Yeah, he's on a wheel, and this track is suited for wheel drivers. So, I mean, that's very unfortunate for him. You know, I did not see Danny where he went off or anything like that, but yeah, very unfortunate, like you said.
And interestingly enough, as you say that, 2 of our 3 runners up there in the front, New Zealand Ryan. Oh, what Sparky just spun out under safety car, and we are back to green flag racing. He saved it, though, but he is now under fire from Hoopalicious as we get back to green flag racing. I'll get back to my thought in a second here, but it looks like Boss Cookie has a good shot due to the wide line he took through turn.
Oh my
actually,
God.
in front of that, looks like Ham Newton is making a move on Dralix. Oh, what happened back there? We were looking at Ham Newton, a lot of overtaking going on right now. Something happened to Boss Cookie with the switchback. Boss Cookie's in the grass. He loses it, goes into the grass. He spins across the track in front of the racing line. A lot of drivers have evasive action going into turn number 2. He holds on to it. It was only a matter of time before Boss Cookie made a mistake.
Oh my God.
Oh,
man.
man.
I mean, it looked like, I don't know if my screen glitched, but I was watching those two, and they went down the straightaway, and Hoopalicious, Boss Cookie pushed him all the way to the right. Hoopalicious got into the wall, but then Hoop went a little bit deep, and Boss Cookie used that switchback move into turn 1, and they made contact again, and Boss Cookie was just a wreck. It happens every week, folks, you know. It happens every week, folks.
Sorry for the confusion. Sorry for the confusion for you guys watching back at home. There was a lot of stuff going on there at the same time.
Oh, and Saxman and Taylor Clan go at it, and oh my God!
Taylor Clan is out.
Oh
man, what just happened? He got wrecked out of the Sector 2, Sector 3 split. So virtual safety car is back out. That's 2 in 1 lap now.
Wow.
What happened there, John?
Saxman and Taylor Clan were really battling there through that right-hander, and Saxman went for it and didn't leave Taylor Clan much room, and they bumped wheels, and Taylor Clan was trying to turn the car right to try and avoid that wall, and he just went right into it, and and Saxman was slapped with a 5-second time penalty, and Boss Cookie's also slapped with a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. This, my friends, happens every week.
For
Better
sure.
late than never.
Well,
you know,
we gotta get back to it right here. Green flag is back in the air. But as I was trying to say a second ago, actually, it looks like we got a battle here between the Haas of Mean Fern and Deer Hunter. Deer Hunter gets around him. Now we got B-Dunk looking up the inside through the kink. What a move by B-Dunk there. Always making great moves is B-Dunk, and another one right there here in Hungary. Wow. But either way, we were looking back at the battling a couple laps ago. Sorry for the confusion. We're both screaming at each other. Ham Newton was making a move around the outside of Dralix through turn 1 as Hoopalicious and Boss Cookie were getting into their antics down the front straightaway. but that is squared up now. We just got to see if Ham Newton can try and get a move back here on Dralix. As for Boss Cookie, he is none of Hoopalicious' concern at the moment. Unfortunate for him once again. He always has bad luck here. But either way, I was trying to say a long time ago as well, 2 of the top 3 runners are on the pad at a track where the wheel really is beneficial. So that really is something here, John.
And Danny Saxman is looking at him, setting up an overtaking move on Dean Fern, who is in 8th. They are battling. Saxman with the DRS open and activated. Overtake mode flowing. He moves over to the right. Makes a little bit of a dive.
He's going to take a look.
Yeah,
But Dean Fern will get the better rotation around the outside right there,
sure.
and that will be 8th place held for him. Looks like these guys up front really got split by that second safety car. Came at a rather odd time, I believe. Ham Newton lost like an entire second in that sequence. Not too great for him, as New Zealand Ryan is just running away now from Dralix, and Ham Newton, I do believe, is quicker than Dralix at the moment. So Ham Newton really needs to get his head down right now to try and close in on those guys up ahead and get some overtakes made. As for the rest of the field, looks like Sparky is still laying down the pressure here on Hoopalicious. Only 9/10 back. He's just got to hold it through sector 2 and 3 right here if he wants to make a shot down the front straight with the DRS. Not too many penalties, I believe, yet for these front runners, but still a long way to go. Only lap 8 out of 35. We got a long way to go here tonight.
That is so unfortunate for Taylor Clan earlier, though. He was really battling and making his way up. You know, Saxman, that was a really boneheaded move out of him. The stewards should look at that one. Right now, if we were in the real F1, stewards would be investigating that, but maybe we should get those, Danny. Maybe we should get some stewards, but back up to the action. Danny actually...
Alan Hugo picks up a 3-second time penalty right there. Not too great for him if he wants to progress his way up the grid, but what were you trying to tell us there?
Alan Hugo actually just ran wide a little bit. That's what happened. But Danny, around lap 15, between lap 15 and 20, I mean, some of these drivers in the back, like Boss Cookie and BRL Jared and Alan Hugo, will be trying to stretch the hard compound tires to the end. And the rest of the field does have to pit, so this should shake up and bring the field closer together when that time comes. So, I mean, this.
Yeah, as you're talking right there, we have Saxman loses the back end right there. What happened to Hoopalicious? Looks like he is round out of the chicane. Oh man, Hoopalicious.
Oh, and he hits the barrier.
Place, and he is now all the way down to 10th here, if not 11th. If Caspina gets there quick enough, that promotes BRL Sparky up in a 4th place.
And
survival
Danny,
right now
Danny,
for that McLaren.
A developing story in the BRL Discord chat. Taylor Clan says, award for the smartest man in the world goes to Saxman 24. So I don't think Taylor Clan is too happy. I mean, these tempers can boil over, you know.
Yeah, sarcasm for sure right there.
Well,
here they are now,
genius.
coming up to the final corner. Oh, Hoopalicious is in the back end again, and he will pit right now. It is either damage or super overheated tires there for him that is going to cause him to bring it down to his guys. But man, not good for Hoopalicious at all. He was running up there at 4th. Sparky, got to give him credit, though. He was putting Hoop under pressure there lap after lap, and that forced him into making the mistake. Once again, Sparky, a very improved driver here so far this season,
Danny,
especially from where he began from.
Danny, someone to look out for right now is in 5th place. Deer Hunter came out of nowhere.
Look at that, yeah.
Came out of nowhere. It is just, you know, he's gained 10 positions from the start. So this man is flying out here. Very good race so far for Deer Hunter. Hopefully the commentator's curse doesn't get him, but right now it looks like
B-Dunk is closing in.
No, it actually looks like he's pulling because earlier B-Dunk was right on the back of his gearbox. So
as the run continues, if anyone tries to undercut or overcut each other here between these two. But I was going to try and say a lap or two ago, Saxman and Mean Fern were really going at it through the 1st and 2nd sector. It was really cool to watch. The two of them almost go side by side through these very tough, tight corners. Weren't able to make it last too long as they have spread up a little bit. But yes, as you say, there is New Zealand Ryan 119.6 going fastest right now, getting that extra bonus point here early in the race. Lap 11 out of 35. We still got 25 to go here. And John, I hate to say it, looks like it is starting to span out a little bit right now.
Yeah, just like somebody's campaign, but we're not going to mention who. Actually, BRL Jared is closing up to the back of Boss Cookie. He looks to be struggling on the 3-lap hard compound tires. So he's got he's in the DRS range. It should be interesting to see if he can get Boss Cookie in the next couple of laps standing.
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Boss Cookie. God, I don't even know what to say anymore.
Saxman
Oh,
tries to jump on the opportunity a little bit, but
yeah, it
Mean
looks
Fern
like these
stays
two
ahead.
are back at go. Oh, he makes a move to the inside going into the chicane, but he lessens his power on the brake right there, allowing the gap to open back up, did Mean Fern. Good smart driving by him. If he didn't do that, that could have been contact between he and Saxman. But either way, yeah, these two guys, as I was saying, they were going at it a lap or two ago.
Goes a little bit wide
no,
there.
he runs super wide right there. He's going to look to the right, but has to back out of it.
Oh, and he locks up
Very
a little
tough. Very tough move right there, Saxman tried to accomplish. But once again, these two are going at it like
and he
crazy
tries
a
to
lap
go
or
up
two
the
ago.
inside a little bit.
They're
but
going
Mean
at
Fern
it again
shuts the
right
door.
now. Yes, Saxman going all over the track right here, trying to get around this Haas of Mean Fern. Mean Fern runs a bit wide on exit.
Oh.
Saxman runs even wider, but
DRS
he will
activated,
have
is
the run
gaining.
that he needs to get that DRS run down the front straightaway. Side by side for 7th into the first corner. Saxman to the inside, and it looks like he will. Oh, no, he doesn't, as Mean Fern powers it around the outside. Oh, DRS goes to the Toro Rosso.
If Saxman can make this move, this would be a great move.
Turns to the inside
and
right
he's
here,
gonna
and it
try.
will be his position. Saxman tries to cross it. John, you got to let me talk here. So they are coming up to the kink right now. Mean Fern all under pressure from Saxman, and Saxman will have to back out of it here going into the kink. Now, tell us what you have to think.
No, Danny, you go ahead.
Man, getting crossed over each other, but we'll get that sorted out here. Mean Fern now looks like he is a good second now, or 7/10 of the front
Mean
of
Fern is
Sax.
now.
Man, that was crazy.
I'm playing. Nah, Danny, but no, a very good battle out of those two. You know, Danny, I've been sitting back here in the second commentator role. No, I'm playing. You will always be number one here at BRL. I will always be number 2. Dylan will never return. But on that note, New Zealand
Dylan
Ryan,
is gone.
New Zealand Ryan has extended.
Oh, BRL Jared through
Yeah.
second time penalty. Yeah.
That's a shame. New Zealand Ryan has extended that lead to 3.5 seconds over BSR Hydraulics. And BSR Hydraulics has actually pulled on DRS Cam Newton. And Mean Fern is in the pits.
Yeah, Mean Fern looks like he was fed up with the amount of pressure he was getting from Saxman, losing a lot of time for no reason, really, as they were not even overtaking each other. So it looks like Mean Fern will do the undercut right here. This should give him a good several tenths in front of Saxman by the time he pits. So we just got to see that Mean Fern gets a good outlap here, but we'll see what happens for sure, as Saxman will probably pit this time around. But as you were saying, yeah, Sam Newton really has seemed to have fallen off here. Oh, as BRL Jared spins out there in turn 2, right in front of Mean Fern. This has not been a good race at all for Jared. This is not the driver we are used to seeing here. Wow.
For sure. I mean, BRL Jared, very good driver. I mean, he made his way from last on the grid last week up to 5th position to finish at Hockenheim. And Saxman with a 3-second time penalty. That's unfortunate for him. He is really.
BSR Hydraulics in the pits.
Saxman is really loading up on these penalties tonight. I mean, he's got a 5-second penalty with the collision with Taylor Clan, and now a 3-second time penalty on top of that. So that's unfortunate for him. But BSR Hydraulics is
well,
coming
we
out
see
of the
these
pits.
are front drivers are starting to pit right now. BSR Hydraulics is the first of those top 3 to come in down to the pit lane. Looks like he is putting on those white wall hard tires. As I was going to try and say earlier, Ham Newton really seemed to have the short run pace, but as the run... What? Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Send him an invite right now. Send him an invite
right now,
John. Oh, no. Oh, no. So it looks like we may have had a disconnection there for BRL Sparky. He's going to want to get in here very quickly, or else Deer Hunter is going to get up there and clip right through him and take over that 3rd place at the moment. So Sparky, hope he can get in here quickly.
I can actually not invite him. So someone in his 10-person party needs to invite him. So they'll probably get him. I mean, he's sitting in 3rd. He should be fine. Deer Hunter is 3 seconds away from him, so he should be okay. Or 6? Is he second?
That is rapidly decreasing now. But either way, yes. Ham Newton really seemed to have lost it as the run carried on right there. So if that's anything that we should look at for the second sector, expect Ham Newton to be strong when he puts on those hard opening 2 laps. Deer Hunter into the pit lane, as is Ham, as you said. You got a yellow flag for Caspita, who's out of the session. This could trigger a safety car. Does not appear to, at least yet. He lost it coming up to the penultimate corner, lost the back end possibly where the track sets down a couple feet, and now Sparky is back in the session. He's got to get in here and take control of his car before he loses any more time here. Very reminiscent for me as I seem to lose a lot of connection here at this track, in particular in Season 2 of AOR America. I lost.
And Boss Cookie is up to 8th now.
Race and gave up. Boss Cookie, yes, you said it, in the 8th place. He's I mean, he had a massive undercut from that incident he had earlier, so I don't know if he's going to lose time here as the run continues, but we'll see what he can do from that position. BRL Alderfer in front of him. Alderfer is in prime position for some good points here tonight. Not the fastest driver at all, but once again, a lot of these guys are just surviving right now as the midfield and front runners are dropping like flies.
Danny, New Zealand Ryan is now coming to the pits from the lead. It should be interesting to see if these drivers in VSR Duralix and ERS Ham Newton can get this undercut on him. As they're going through Sector 3 as of now, maybe a slow pit stop on New Zealand Ryan could put these guys in a prime position to get some seconds back. But they do have Andre
Sparky now coming into the pit lane. He has taken over his car, thankfully, and he is now in the pit lane right now.
Second through fourth
going to put on the hard tires.
And New Zealand Ryan is coming
a lot of drivers
out
pitting right
the
now.
pits right now, so he's going to be a long ahead of VSR Duralix. I mean, wow. Ryan has extended that gap.
I think Dralix kind of got held up by traffic when he came out for his outlaps right there. Unfortunate for him as he is 4.7 seconds back. I believe it was only 2.5 when the pit stop sequence began. And a lot of shuffling right now between these drivers coming in the pits and staying out at the moment. As you can see on the left that the arrow is going all over the place. So like Alderfer has, oh man, yeah, he really has jumped BRL Sparky in the time that Sparky disconnected. That's going to be very tough for him to handle now as this race rounds out here. He's going to have to get a move done provisionally now on Alderfer. Oh no, what am I talking about? I was looking at Deer Hunter. I thought that was Deer Hunter. Alderfer has stayed out still, I believe. Yes, he has. Did Alderfer start on those hards, or did he just pit super early for those?
He pitted lap 1. He was involved in some contact, Danny.
Oh, he might be going to the end.
For sure. He's going to try it.
Oh, this is going to be crazy, man. He's going to try and hold these guys up. Yeah. Oh, man. But either way, Sparky, once again, if he didn't lose that connection, Boss Cookie would surely be behind him right now. So that's also bad for him. I mean, I'd hope to see some team orders right here because we definitely know who the faster of these two is, especially due to the fact that he has the fresher tires as Drowns goes fastest there on the bottom of your screen. But yes, Alderfer Jr. is really starting to work wonders now for his teammate. Deer Hunter is closing in big time right here as they come out onto the front straightaway. DRS is open for the two McLarens on the Red Bull of Alderfer up in front. Here they are going down the front straight. Oh, Boss Cookie fakes it twice. Looks to the inside though. What happened to Alderfer there? Looked like he went off the track. There was possibly contact there on his screen. Didn't look like there was contact on my end. Now we see side-by-side action between teammates. Sparky looking to the inside of Boss Cookie. Boss Cookie's going to try and cross him here. Camera goes away. Now it is back. Alderfer has lost a lot of time down to 8th now. But yeah, Sparky was able to get around his teammate there, and he is now back up into 4th place where he belongs. That was crazy between teammates right there. A little bit crazier, though, what happened to Alderfer. There might be some conversation after the race between he and Cookie.
Yeah, I mean, that was...
Oh, his Boss Cookie runs super wide right there. Sorry to cut you off. You just totally cut the chicane.
Yeah, I mean, that was really dangerous between those two McLarens. I mean, we've seen the McLarens suck in the past. So, I mean, that would be horrible if those two took each other out while sitting in 4th and 5th. But that would open the door for Deer Hunter to score some great points in 4th. But New Zealand Ryan does go quickest with a 1:18.8. He's flying on those hards, Danny.
Yeah, and this marks the halfway point through tonight's race, starting lap 18 out of 35. We are at halfway distance now, so you'll see those cross flags now.
Danny,
New Zealand Ryan, your leader once again, and it looks like we might have Boss Cookie making a shot back at Sparky. Not close enough, though, it does not appear. But as you said it, yes, B-Dunk is in the DRS as well on the Red Bull of Deer Hunter.
Oh, and Mean Fern is going for a move.
As in the background, Mean Fern, yes, Mean Fern going around the outside of Alderfer. Oh, Alderfer squeezes him there on exit, but Mean Fern still gets the power down better. Here they are coming up to turn number 2. Down the inside goes the Haas of Mean Fern, and it looks like he will have Alderfer. No, Alderfer comes back and loses the back end, makes contact, almost spins out. Well, good driving there by Alderfer to hold on to it.
Oh, and
good driving by El Hugo to avoid it.
He almost hits Hublish coming back to the track as well. I mean, very good out of these drivers to avoid BRL Alderfer Jr.'s little mishap there, but very good save. He looked like he made contact with Mean Fern, and Hublish just cut stick a chicane. Danny, I think you can do that and get away with no penalty.
Yeah, I just don't think it's fast, though, because what is it? I know you and I were both having fun in time trial a good week ago at this racetrack, and every time I hit that curve, I felt like I was getting shot 10 feet in the air, and I was off on the grass on exit.
Danny,
So I don't really know if it's really that much faster.
You can go shallower than that. Like you can cut that curve completely, and you will not get a penalty. So it should be interesting to see if the BRL Stewarts catch on and someone reflects that.
Alderfer Jr. loses the back end right there. He's in the grass again. And he is all the way down to 13th place.
Those tires
like that
have
shot
to be
he was going to try and take to go to the end of the race on those hards is going to run short here. He's probably going to have to pit within the next few laps.
Danny, those tires have to be screaming right now for BRL Alderfer Jr. And Alan Hugo almost loses the back end. He's on the scene. He's on the same lap tires as BRL Alderfer Jr. So Alan Hugo and BRL Alderfer Jr. probably have to pit, like you said, again. So.
B-Dunk on Deer Hunter, by the way. Only 1/10 between those two as BRL Jared sets the fastest lap of the race. He's down in no man's land, 23 seconds off the next last runner. But once again, B-Dunk all over Deer Hunter right now. We know which one is the faster of the two. It's just a matter of who has managed the collisions better, and that has to be Deer Hunter. He's gone from pretty far back up to 6th place. Got to give him that credit. Once again, Boss Cookie is going to be slowing down super much. Like, I mean, he's been on those tires for a long time as Boss Cookie after that incident early in the race. He spun across the track almost right in front of the racing line. So we'll see if he really does fall off the way that we expect him. And that could be another position for Deer Hunter and B-Dunk as it continues. But yes, I'm looking at it right now out of the final corner. B-Dunk with the DRS open. Deer Hunter goes to the right side, though, to try and protect that run for B-Dunk. Breaking the slipstream, and it looks like that was well done there from Deer Hunter, as B-Dunk was not able to get anywhere near close enough to make a move up the inside, around the outside. Behind them, Alan Hugo looks like he's shaping up a move on Mean Fern. Alan Hugo's been up through the field so far. Once again, a very tough track to overtake, and he's already up to 9th here halfway through the race, so got to give him credit right there. Not too easy to work his way up from the back to the front on this racetrack, John.
Yeah, I mean, he has really come through the field, and good for him. I'm just interested to see this battle for 6th and how it all plays out, because Boss Cookie is falling behind and these two are catching him. So B-Dunk looks really racy right behind Deer Hunter, but Deer Hunter is pulling a gap through Sector 3 and not allowing B-Dunk that slipstream down that straightaway, and he's not been able to get close enough.
So as it stands, New Zealand Ryan will be gaining 25 or 26 even points on Jared. Yeah, as I said, Jared gets another penalty. He's going to gain 25 points on his teammate, who is 2nd in the championship standings right now. So that is super crucial for New Zealand Ryan right now. If he could really stretch out his gap by that much,
and Danny,
he'll be well into the 60s.
Hublish is all over the back of Alan Hugo. DRS active.
Yep, and as you say that, B-Dunk is looking to the outside now of Deer Hunter into turn number 1. Deer Hunter hard on the brakes, though. That allows for the crossover for B-Dunk. Yes, he does. Crosses over to the right side, does B-Dunk and his Alfa Romeo. Side by side for 6th.
Oh, my God.
Turn
they
2.
touch.
Oh, Deer Hunter running a bit wide there on the apex. Doesn't allow B-Dunk to get the exit he wanted. And yes, it does turn into a more flowing run around the outside through the kink there for Deer Hunter. Good driving defensively there for Deer Hunter, but B-Dunk might be a little bit frustrated with the contact through turn 2.
Yeah, for sure. B-Dunk is probably getting held up by Deer Hunter. B-Dunk, very quick driver, good midfield driver. I mean, he wants to mix it up with Boss Cookie up there, who usually makes a mistake. But, yeah, as we look down to the field a little bit more, I mean, there's a train forming between 8th, 9th, and 10th, and Andre Murray back in 11th is closing. So, for our final points-paying positions, there should be a scrap here soon, and Hublicious runs a little bit wide there, Danny, if you didn't see that.
Yeah, Hublicious has had a bit of a strange night after not leading, but being very close to those leaders, running 4th place, losing the back end and spinning out in the chicane. Looks like he's fought his way all the way back up to 9th after losing that much time. But he's going to have a charging Alan Hugo up his gearbox here very shortly. These two drivers are going to be scrapping it out, I believe, within the next coming laps, as they are being held up from Mean Fern in 8th right there. So we'll see what happens as the race plays out. Lap 22 with 35. It is 12 to go right now, so getting down to the end right here, and the race is really starting to take form, and we really know who is where they belong. So that this should really clean up the way things are at the moment, really. I mean, with how fast and how tough it is to pass around this racetrack.
Danny,
very tough to get a move done in those fast corners.
Danny, I've always wanted to ask you this. Do you really think that Mean Fern is all that mean?
I don't know. I mean,
I think he's pretty nice.
He's a pretty good guy. He's a pretty good guy. But I mean, on the racetrack, kind of mean in the way that he holds up to drivers sometimes.
I mean, that's what he's doing right now. The Hooplicious, but
yeah, for sure.
You know, and Danny, you just used for sure. That's my thing. Shut up. No, I'm playing.
Yeah.
B-Dunk is coming through the third sector, gaining on DR Hunter for the first time in a long time. I mean, Danny, this is kind of boring, but hopefully these drivers can start getting on it here. B-Dunk looks like a pretty good run out of that final corner.
Yes, it is, and he will have the
activated.
DRS now. This is the closest he has ever been to Deer Hunter down the main straight. Deer Hunter protects to the right. B-Dunk switches to the left right there, side by side into turn number 1. B-Dunk really gets that better rotation around the outside, and he will clear. Yes, he will clear Deer Hunter coming out of turn 1, but Deer Hunter's going to poke back to the inside in turn number 2. Not enough, though, to get alongside, and B-Dunk is promoted up into 6th place, and your buddy is up into 6th. There you go, John.
Yeah, I mean, he's not really my buddy, but no, I'm playing. Very good for him. Now he can go after Boss Cookie, who is in 5th position, and that probably will change.
Yeah, Boss Cookie should really fall off here. He has not gained much time at all by those two squabbling there, so that really shows the age on those tires for Boss Cookie. He's really not
and
running
Hooplicious is all over
the pace
back
he needs to protect that 5th place.
Through sector 2,
yes,
he is on the gearbox.
As he loses the back end, but either way, once again, his teammate, another Alfa Romeo, just made an overtake. You might see an Alfa Romeo make another move right here. Oh, as he fakes to the inside right there. Almost thought he was going to send it. That would have been something else if he tried it, but Hoopalicious really just faked it right there. Here he is looking now on Mean Fern. Gets a bit close there through the penultimate corner. He takes a shallow apex right there. Doesn't allow for the greatest exit, and he does the same thing through the final corner. Better exit for Mean Fern, but the DRS will be Hoopalicious. Here they are going down the front straightaway. DRS looking to the right. Mean Fern doesn't even defend to the left side. To the right side, mind me. Here they are going to turn number 1. Hoopalicious runs a bit deep on the brakes. Mean Fern with a masterful switchback out of turn 1. That was as beautiful as it could get right there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Hooplicious is probably fed up with being behind this Mean Fern, but Alan Hugo is back there just kind of biding his time. I mean, those tires are wicked old. Those probably have to be screaming right now, but yeah. So, I mean, Alan Hugo could mix it up with these guys. And Mean Fern, oh my God, almost loses it. Hooplicious is going to try and make a move through the chicane, can't.
Oh, he almost does though. Wow. And now Alan Hugo is getting thrown into it right there. They are so close. Nose to tail between these three, 8th through 10th. This is really going to be something as we come up to 10 laps to go here when New Zealand Ryan crosses the line. This is really something right here. Is actually Alan Hugo loses a bit of time. Looking to the inside is Hoopalicious, and he will not clear Mean Fern though, but Mean Fern does not get a good exit due to the fact that was only a 90-degree corner.
Here he goes.
Alan Hugo looking to the right side here. This is crazy stuff here of the Mercedes. Looking to the inside now as it turns into coming out of the final corner. Looks like it will be a better run for Mean Fern, but no, Alan Hugo gets the power down a little bit better, and Alan Hugo also gets the DRS on Hoopalicious up ahead. So now those two might even battle it out now that they're past Mean Fern. That'll be crazy to see as the race progresses. It is 11 to go at the moment. Will be 10 to go as New Zealand Ryan crosses the line. Wow.
He has. I mean, New Zealand Ryan has really extended that gap. I mean, it's almost to 8 seconds now. I mean, what a masterclass out of him today.
I mean, this is 2 races in a row.
For sure. I mean, he is really killing it out there. I mean, very good driver. And Alan Hugo, a 3-second time penalty. That is something that he does not need.
They both got one. It was Hoop and Alan,
yeah. So maybe they, I don't know. But for someone like, actually, Alan Hugo has extended the gap out of Mean Fern by a long shot. So Hugo is set on getting Hooplicious here down that straightaway, maybe, if Hooplicious makes a mistake. But Deer Hunter has not, sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. Deer Hunter is staying with B-Dunk.
Oh no! B-Dunk is off the track! He has lost his position to Deer Hunter right there. Oh man! Looks like he just lost the back end and got on the grass there coming out of the penultimate, and that has made all that work that he made to get around Deer Hunter go in the toilet. He's going to have to do it all over again as they now have 10 laps to go. Terrible for B-Dunk as he's now possibly going to be under pressure here from his teammate of Hoopalicious, who is very quick at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate for B-Dunk. The commentator's curse rolls around again, but yeah, I mean, B-Dunk has already closed that gap up to Deer Hunter very quickly. Yeah, I mean, he's on fresher tires than his teammate Hoopalicious, so I think B-Dunk can get it done and move back up into 6th. That was unfortunate what had happened to him, but Danny, back over to you, man.
Yeah, he's just really got to reel him in and get what he did done the last time around. He knows how to get him already. It looks like he's just going to be able to try and use that knowledge and get him again. As for the two behind him, Hoopalicious, once again, made a ton of time up on his teammate due to that mistake. He is only 6/10 back, so it's now going to be a DRS train forming right here as Jared goes fastest once again. Doesn't really matter, though, because he's out of the points. So we got to look once again at these midfield runners. Alan Hugo there, also only 4/10 behind Hoopalicious. He's not going away. Mean Fern, though, has gone away. He's 1.8 seconds now behind these guys, but behind him a train is forming. John, if you could maybe even focus on those guys, Mean Fern and Saxman, as we see this train forming down the front straightaway right now. B-Dunk under pressure from Hoopalicious, but he's not close enough.
And Saxman
no, Sparky,
is
not
gaining,
again.
moves over to the right and tries to send it on Mean Fern and does. Gets the car slowed down. DRS activated.
This is for the final point.
Still has that advantage, but Saxman switches to the inside, makes another dive.
Oh, there's contact.
Almost make contact. Saxman locks up.
I believe there was.
He's gonna get a better run out of here.
Gonna switch back though. They're gonna be side by side coming up to the kink. Oh my goodness, what's gonna happen right here? Saxman does not give up.
Oh my God! Oh, and they made contact.
That was craziness. That was craziness. Well, John, gotta bring this. Oh, it looks like who is that? Andre Miri looking on the inside through the chicane, but gotta bring this up. Sparky just lost connected session again. He's a ghost car right now. This could be.
If I can invite him.
Oh, this is gonna be terrible for him because Boss Cookie is gonna pass him right here, and Deer Hunter is not too far behind Boss Cookie. This could be terrible for Sparky. He's got to get back in here right now. Indeed, got to look back at these guys though. The two Alfa Romeos very close, only 3/10 apart, as is the gap between Deer Hunter and B-Dunk there, 3/10 as well. Behind them, Alan Hugo is just not going away on those super old tires once again. Here they are coming onto the main straightaway, though. Looks like Deer Hunter had a good shot through those couple corners. But B-Dunk has had a better one. Here they are, going down the front straightaway, side by side once again for 6th. B-Dunk looking around the outside of Deer Hunter, and it looks like he will get the exit there out of turn 1. Oh, Deer Hunter makes a bit of contact there, but he is clear now of the Red Bull. So good job from B-Dunk there to get around him once again.
And now his teammate.
Deer Hunter's now going to be under pressure from Hoopalicious, his teammate. Yes.
Hoopalicious. Is that what did you just say?
I said Hoopalicious. I don't know what you're talking about.
Dude,
we're looking now at Hoop.
I thought
Sparky
you said something
is back in the session.
Man.
He's got to get in here.
Nasty.
John has a mind of a 5-year-old apparently here tonight. Here they are going through Sector 2 right now. Hoopalicious all over that Red Bull.
Oh, and he goes straight over that curb, Danny. I mean, these drivers are really taking that curb right over it. I don't know if it's quicker, but they are exploring the track limits here at the Hungarian. But Hoopalicious is now all over the back of Deer Hunter.
I don't know if B-Dunk is out of the woods here, though, because Deer Hunter has held it very well to him. There could even be a DRS shot down the front straight for Deer Hunter that possibly gets him back around the Alpha of B-Dunk. Very close. Deer Hunter gets to these final 2 corners very well. I've got to give him that. He really sets up that corner, gets that exit that he needs. Does he get a good enough one here, though?
No,
DRS is open for the Red Bull. Here he is coming down the front straight. But yes, it does appear that B-Dunk has the big enough gap to be cleared before they even get to the turn 1 corner. Here they are now coming through turn 1. Deer Hunter under pressure from Hoopalicious once again. Oh, Hoop loses the back end there. That's going to put him under pressure from Alan Hugo coming up to turn number 2. Not close enough to make a move, though, is Alan. And once again, Alan is on those super old tires. Let's get the detail on there just that you viewers can see how old those are. 27 laps. Oh, man, he's been out for all except for 2 laps on these things. So, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very long time. Like I said earlier in the pre-race, these tires do not last very long. And if those tires heat up, you are finished. You have to pit immediately. But back up to the battle between 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. And actually 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, because BRL Sparky is right in front of these guys after getting lose the connection. B-Dunk might get that 5th position from Sparky. He's looking very, very slow, and Sparky loses the back end.
Sparky runs wide as B-Dunk locks up. They both mess up right there.
And Sparky's lagging.
Sparky is going to be livid if B-Dunk really does get around him, but you can see Sparky is lagging. His connection has not been good at all tonight, and wow, this is going to be crazy. Here they are going down the front straight. 4 drivers are going to have Slipstream and DRS. Oh, contact between Sparky and now 3 wide. Deer Hunter looking to the inside. He sends it out the inside. Contact. They all spin out. Deer Hunter is around. Sparky is around. Alan Hugo makes contact. Around the outside they go. Looks like they are 3 wide. Mean gets around both of them. Saxman charging up the inside there between all of them. There is contact between Saxman looking up the inside. There is contact indeed. Drivers all over the place right now. This is a nightmare. All thanks to the disconnection from Sparky causing this pandemonium here going through Sector 1. This is crazy. We now got Andre Miri running super wide trying to jump in on the action as well.
Hooplicious is trying to make a move on Saxman. Through the bus stop.
This is not going to work. This is not going to work. This is not contact with Sparky. They both spin out.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh no.
The tempers are going to boil over. Oh my god.
Sparky, oh man.
That's so unfortunate.
We need a second to comprehend what just happened. Safety car is out. Virtual safety car. Sparky, I think, is coming up here to send Hoopalicious a message right here. He's definitely trying to charge up and get alongside him. Yes, he is. Sparky's going to swipe Hoopalicious possibly. No, he doesn't. Looks like he's going to get upset with Deer Hunter. Not too sure what he's doing, is Sparky, but I'm certainly going to get some Snapchats from Sparky here tonight as green flag is back out. I don't know what Sparky's doing. He passed 2 people under safety car and it is now back to green flag racing. He is, Superlicious is looking back to the outside of him.
Oh, no. And that's a payback right there.
Sparky goes right now. It wasn't really payback though.
Oh,
Sparky
no, it
got
wasn't.
Spun again.
Yeah.
No, that was not payback at all.
Oh, my bad, my bad. I thought it was the other
is the
way.
one that spun him out once and he spun him out twice. Second one did not look to be intentional, but the first one was definitely avoidable. The stewards will have to look into that after the Grand Prix.
For sure.
Sparky has just crashed his car on purpose. He is out of the race. Let's see if that triggers a safety car. He might even get a penalty for doing that. I don't believe that is allowed in the world of league racing.
No, it is
not.
not.
Put yourself out of it. And yes, it's safety car. Is there a safety car?
No, there isn't.
No, it
is
is
a yellow flag as of now.
Yes, it is, yes.
But the leaders are going through it, so it might throw it out now, and it looks like it doesn't. But the big winner from this, Danny, is Mean Fern. Yes, Mean Fern.
Oh, what just happened there? I think that was Hoopalicious. Who was that? Someone just spun out in the second sector.
I'm not sure.
Way off the racetrack. Not too sure who that was.
Danny.
I completely lost track of who that was. But man,
it's Saxman.
It
was Saxman. Was it Saxman?
Yeah, it was Saxman.
Okay,
yes.
Hoopalicious is now closing into Saxman.
I feel so bad though for Sparky.
He was fourth.
In 5th place. He was gonna
fourth.
No, he was 4th. Yeah, you're right. He was gonna finish 4th place. He had 2 disconnections, put him right in the thick of the insanity there.
Is
of the battle for 6th, and that just really threw him out of it. He is now out of this race altogether. Sparky is definitely going to be sending some messages here to some people, and I'm definitely going to hear about it on Snapchat.
Yeah, for sure, Danny. I mean, the big winners from this whole thing is Mean Fern, who moves up to 6th. I mean, he was running down in 10th or 11th. I can't remember. I think he was in 10th. That final points-paying position. He got through it right on the inside of that turn 1 and drove off, and now he is sitting in 6th position. Another guy who's also won this whole thing, Andre Miri, was sitting in 12th position, and now he's up to 8th and all over the back of Alan Hugo, who is on 30 laps of those hard compound tires. So he should be looking for a move in the next coming laps to finish this race off. But, I mean, B-Dunk is also a big winner, gets up to 5th, and look who's in 4th there. Look who's in 4th.
Oh, my.
I mean, we've never seen this.
I can't say it was a deserved 4th place, but Boss Cookie looks like he will get it as long as he has a clean final 3 laps here. We have another yellow flag. Someone else just spin right there?
I'm not sure, Danny.
Oh, it's Hoop.
Oh,
it's Hoopalicious.
But letting Mextalo go by. Does Hoopalicious have wing damage? Yes, he does.
Listen, Mex Stalo, gotta give him so much credit right now. He has stayed in it all night. He has not stopped fighting. He is now in the points position. After that nightmare start where he was dead last by the end of lap 1, he is already now in the points positions with 3 to go. Excellent race by Mex to really just push through and
Andre
really
Murray
get away from all that
insanity.
insanity.
Alan Hugo down into sector 1. Bax thinks better of it. But Alan Hugo is really struggling. Let's see if Andre Murray can get that better exit, and he does. Will he make a move up this hill? No. He's going to be too far
that
back.
would not be a good idea.
I've done it, though.
Yes, he does tuck in, does Andre Murray. Well done to do that by him. That could have been a plane crash if he tried to make a move into that corner. But, yeah, I mean, this is
Mark
really
Webber,
something around
2012.
out here. New Zealand Ryan is taking 2 laps to go right here. So it is 2 to go. It'll be the white flag this time around. And VSR Dralix has had the most boring race of his life, as well as Ham Newton, I believe. Ham Newton has had so many of these boring races where there's just like a 20-second gap behind him and a 10-second gap in front of him. Looks like that has been the case again here tonight.
That'll be a fun
Boss
interview,
Cookie got it. Yeah, that will be a fun interview. Boss Cookie. Oh, no. Saxman is out.
Oh, he's out.
And you know what that does? That gives BRL Alderfer a point right now. He only has 2 on the season. He's going to go from 2 to 3 points. Oh, actually, no, he's not. He's at the fastest lap a lap ago. Didn't get to say it because you were analyzing what happened between that insanity of like the 5-car pilot.
Oh, my God.
I mean, Alderfer
that's
set the fastest lap literally
crazy.
a split second after New Zealand Ryan set his. And I was going to say that really doesn't matter for anything. But now that Saxman is out, Alderfer Jr. is now going to be given that bonus point. Looks like he's a ghost car, though. I'm not too sure what's going on right there with Alderfer Jr. Either connection or just something. Not too sure. Looks like he does have a huge gap, though.
That means Andre Murray will be promoted to 7th position and get more points than 8th. Actually, how many points is that? 2 or 3? No, that's 2 points. So,
not too sure, but I think Alan Hugo has a bunch of penalties already.
Yeah,
get a look at that for us real quick as I round this thing out here. It is the white flag in the air for New Zealand Ryan. It is lap 35 out of 35 for his Renault. It has been probably the most commanding performance I think I've seen all season from any driver. He has just been on top of things from start to finish here. He's just got to bring it to the home, bring a finish here right now. He's coming up through the chicane right now for the final time. Very tricky corner, but he will negotiate it well right there. Gets a pop-up curb on the left end right there. Does not run wide. No penalties, I believe, for New Zealand Ryan. Very clean race indeed. Will not get the bonus point, unfortunately, for fastest lap, as Alderfer took it away literally a half a second after he said it. But here he is now coming up to Sector 3. New Zealand Ryan will be your winner as long as he just holds it up through these final few corners. As for the rest of the field, not too much going on other than Alan Hugo versus Andre Murray, which we will get back to in just a second. Boss Cookie picks up a 3-second time penalty. That might allow B-Dunk to finish 4th if things work out the way they can. But either way, out of the final corner, checkered flag is in the air for New Zealand Ryan. He is your winner of the Hungarian Grand Prix here tonight. BSR Dralix now coming out of the final corner to finish in 2nd place. 3rd place for ERS Ham Newton. Boss Cookie, I don't know if he's going to finish 4th. John, what's the penalties looking like?
I'm not checking them because I want to get the surprise for the
we want some suspense here.
For sure. I mean, B-Dunk is 6 seconds away. I am not sure if he has any penalties. Boss Cookie might have 3 or 4 penalties. We don't know. So as Boss Cookie comes around in the final corner.
Yeah. Across the line, it will be 4th place for Oh my God, there was a huge crash there. That was malicious. Oh, man. Yeah, B-Dunk, his teammate, is oh my gosh. Yeah, that is going to be 4th place for B-Dunk for sure. Mean Fern up to 5th. Good for Mean Fern. Boss Cookie's falling like a rock now after the checker. Andre Murray across the line, 7th place. Mex Stalo 8th. Alan Hugo is going to be in 9th. Something happened to Alan on that last lap. Mex Stalo was able to pass. Oh, it's a puncture on the last lap for Alan Hugo. His right rear has blown. Oh, man, that's unfortunate for him. He almost hit that whole race on those hard, and it blew on the final lap. 2 points for Alan Hugo, and that is your Grand Prix here tonight.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
John, what do you have to tell our viewers before we look at the podium celebration?
Boss Cookie's done it again. That's all I have to say.
Well,
done it again.
Yeah, truer words have never been spoken.
There
they are, your podium finishers. There they are celebrating up there on the podium. New Zealand Ryan is your winner once again here tonight. He makes it 2 in a row. Hockenheim and now Hungary. Very good 2 races indeed for him. Second place for Dralix. I believe Dralix finished second a week ago as well. That's going to work his way up closer to second place in the standings due to the fact that Chandler and Jared both had miserable races here tonight. This is going to work wonders for Dralix as well as Ham Newton. The two of them should improve up the tables here going into next week. So there you have it. Those are your finishing orders. And John, why don't you read it off for us?
All right. So the podium finishers. New Zealand Ryan comes home for Renault in first position and extends that lead in the championship. VSR Dralix comes home for Mercedes in second. Very good race out of him. ERS Ham Newton has a very boring race, but comes home in third. Good points out of him. B-Dunk has been so close to that podium all year, but cannot get it here today, so he finishes
even
in
when
fourth.
He's on it, it gets taken away.
I know. Mean Fern finishes in fifth in the Haas. Some good points from him after kind of a bland race. I mean, he did avoid that contact, so that was good out of him. Sixth position, seventh position, Andre Muri in the Racing Point. Started 12th. Very good drive out of him today. Mex Stalo. I think I'm going to give Mex Stalo my driver of the day. He stuck within it throughout the whole race. Alan Hugo in ninth. BRL Alderfer, Hooplicious, and BRL Jarrett were your finishers that did not DNF.
Yeah, well, John, I'm not going to lie. I did not expect this to be the most exciting race of the season, but I think we got something almost like 2017 Baku.
Yeah, I mean, that was very exciting. I mean, we saw some mid to, back in the pack runners come up and drive their way up the field. I mean, Mex Stalo, I'm going to really give the driver of the day, my driver of the day to Mex Stalo.
Yeah, got to give it to him.
I mean, he came from dead last after the first lap to finish in 8th position. Very good, clean race out of him. Good for sticking around.
All right. Well, it is now time to get our podium interviews started here. So we're going to invite the top 3 finishers here tonight and ask them some questions about their race. New Zealand Ryan is the first, of course, as he won, and we'll try and get the other 2 in here as well.
And we want to extend a happy, safe Easter for all the viewers that are celebrating Easter tomorrow. We wish you some good quality family time and stay safe.
John, if you could try and get Dralix in here for me, that would be excellent. I'll get this thing started with New Zealand Ryan as he is in the party now. You have got that box checked for me, and then we're ready to get this thing going. All right, cool. So New Zealand Ryan, it is now 2 in a row after a dominating performance at Hockenheim and even more dominant performance here in the Hungary. How does it feel to just win in such utter fashion?
Yeah, pretty good. Wasn't really expecting to be better here than I was at Germany, but sure. Got the pad start, so that was nice, and obviously benefited massively from Chandler's DRS failure in qualifying. I don't really know why that's a thing in this game, but I'll take it.
Wow. Well, I don't know if you noticed your competitors, your rivals right now. Nightmare race for them. Chandler DNF'd. Your teammate of BRL, Jared, did not score any points here tonight. And it just was not a good race all around for your top 2 competitors right now in the standings. You'll have a massive point lead going into the next race at Spa. How does it feel to have that buffer now?
I'm gonna just go cry.
Good. Forget about someone else, but I don't know. It's good to just keep getting points because you never know when you're gonna get bad luck yourself. So.
Absolutely. Well, next weekend, as I just alluded to, is Spa, Belgium, a very, very fast track where we can see a lot of fireworks if things go wrong, especially down in Turn 1 on lap 1. So what can you expect out of the league and your pace going into next weekend?
It won't be like this week. It'll be a slipstream fest. Probably 4 or 5 of us hanging out till the last couple of laps. And then it'll kick off, probably.
Yeah, I got you. Well, once again, congratulations on your super dominant win here tonight. It's 2 in a row in the same fashion. You are by far the points leader at the moment, so congratulations on that, and we hope to see you do well again next week.
Cheers.
All right, now second place tonight was VSR Dralix, and no shade Let's as regards to your talent, I was talking about points-wise. Due to the fact that you missed a few races, you aren't quite as close as those two other guys. But yes, you are probably top 3 when it comes to talent here in this league for sure. And you showed it here tonight with a second-place finish. How does it feel to be on the podium again, just like last week?
It feels like a routine at this point.
Well,
yeah,
what is it? Not the most exciting race.
Not at all. This is why I said Hungary's the worst track in the world. Right here. This just proved it.
Hungary's awesome, bro.
Shut your mouth.
Maybe not the race.
The top 3 was spread apart by like 28 seconds, okay?
Because I kept messing up. Every like 5 laps, I would lose a second.
All right, well, Dralix, if my math is correct here, I believe you are now the second place runner in the run for the championship right now behind New Zealand Ryan. So how does it feel to jump up 2 positions in one race?
Feels great, especially since this is like my 9th second place of the season.
Yeah.
It's fitting.
Oh, man.
It fits with the stats.
Absolutely. Well, final question for you. Once again, it's about next week at Spa, and something I should throw in there is by far Chandler Sayada's best racetrack on the calendar for sure. Is he going to be too unstoppable next week, or do you think you guys have something in store for him?
I don't know. I haven't seen him drive at Spa, so I'll just think about my own pace and then do the best I can.
Yeah.
Like Ryan said, it's probably gonna be like 4 or 5 of us in the DRS train, because Spa's a lot of straights, and it's gonna be who's gonna get the undercut, who's not gonna get any penalties, and who can do the overtakes, I guess.
All right, I like that attitude from you, Dralix. Let's see if you can maybe get that 1 extra position next time out and stand on top of the podium at Spa. Congratulations on the podium again here tonight. It's 2 in a row, second place. Like you said, like you're not second place to the finish. So congratulations. Hope to see you do well again next week, man.
Thank you.
All right, and your third finisher here tonight was ERS Ham Newton. Not too many podiums this season, but you've probably been one of the most consistent drivers of them all. How does it feel to be back up there on the podium tonight?
It's nice. Like I was saying, Hungary's usually a good track for me. So I was happy with quali since it was essentially like a one-shot. So that gave me a good chance in the race. Then after one of those VSCs, I tried to send it on Dralex, but then I got like a lot of oversteer as I started to turn in. So I just let him go. And then I guess my pace wasn't ideal. I feel like I could have been faster. Like I had like 1 lap pace. Every like 3 or 4 laps, I'd have good 3 or 4 laps, and then I'd make like a huge mistake. So that kept happening all race. But at least I put a gap between the people that were behind me. So it was fine. And then I was just chilling in third, running my own race, trying not to mess up.
Well, we saw you got a flyer off the start and almost made it 3 wide for the lead going down to the first corner.
I thought about it.
Did you think you really could have made that stick?
Oh, well, I could have broke later, absolutely. But I wasn't. I mean, if it was only me and Ryan, I would have absolutely sent it. But since we were kind of 3 wide, I didn't. Because I kind of knew, like, well, they're probably going to get past me at some point. But yeah, I could have broke a little later if I really wanted to.
Yeah, well, something else we got to bring up is I feel like it's almost every weekend now. You find yourself in that part of the racetrack where you're like 5 seconds behind the guy in front and like 7 ahead of the guy in the back. Is this getting too boring for you?
A little bit. I think I need to get like an extra practice session in, and that'll cut out a lot of the mistakes. And hopefully I can move my way up.
All right, I gotcha. Well, once again, next time out, Belgium and Spa should be a pretty hectic one, especially on that first lap, first corner. What's your attitude going in the next time out? Do you think you're just gonna try and tuck in slipstream like these other guys are saying, or are you gonna try and go for that all-out pace?
I mean, every race I go for the all-out pace to try to qualify as high as I can, and then see what happens in the race. So long as it's been working, there's been a couple times I've been pushed off the track, you could say, and had my race kind of ruined in the first lap or two. But other than that, I've been keeping clean, and yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, well, good to hear your voice back on the podium here tonight. Congratulations on it. It's been a while, but you're back up here, so it's got to feel good. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right, so that is about going to do it here. Before I round this thing out, John, do you have any thoughts that you would like to share with our viewers?
Next week, Spa, same time, 10 o'clock, Saturday night. Should be a good one. These drivers really put on a show today. A couple incidents there in Sector 2 between a few cars, but besides that, I mean, yeah, it was ERS. It was him. It was crazy, man. There was three or four cars spinning at one time. Yeah, so I mean, they were really going at it. So it really showed the skill and the drive to continue up the leaderboard in BRL Split 1. Yeah, next week should be a good one, and but today was New Zealand Ryan's day, so very good drive out of him. Danny, back over to you.
All right, well, that's going to about do it here tonight. First and foremost, happy Easter to everyone back at home tuning in here tonight. Should be a good day tomorrow, even though there's quarantine, so try to make the most of it. And as we keep saying, make sure you're staying safe back at home. That has been the Hungary Grand Prix from Breakout Racing League Split 1. I am Daniel Stevens alongside Jonathan Webster. We'll see you next week in Belgium at the Spa-Francorchamps circuit. Have a good one. Take care.
Stay safe, folks.